Hello students, the next topic we have is selectors. As we had discussed the syntax of CSS, selectors are nothing but the HTML elements which you want to style. Okay, in that also there are different ways of choosing those selectors. Selectors, things that make your life easier. When defining CSS rules, you will need to use a selector to tell the browser which elements will be affected. So selectors are nothing but the set of HTML elements you will be defining so that it will be affected with that particular style. CSS selectors allow you to select individual elements, multiple HTML elements, elements that belong together in some way, or elements that are positioned in specific ways in the document hierarchy. There are a number of different selector types. So using selectors, you can select individual elements, you can select multiple HTML elements, or elements that belong together in some way, or elements that are positioned in specific ways in the document hierarchy. So there are we'll be studying about different selector types. Under that, the first one is the element selector. The element selector selects all instances of a given HTML element. The element selector uses the HTML element name. You can select all elements by using the universal element selector, which is the asterisk character. So let us see an example of using an element selector. Open up a notepad. Okay, you start with doc type. Doc type HTML. Next is HTML. Next, I'll make use of the body element. And here I'll use h1 hello. Then I'll make use of a paragraph p element hi. Okay, and then I'll close the body element, and then I'll close the HTML element. Okay, so here what I've done is I have made use of two HTML elements h1 and p, and here I have not used any styling, so I've just used a normal h1 and p element. So just save this, Ctrl S, 1.html. Okay, when you double click on 1.html, it will print like this. This is the heading hello, and this is the paragraph hi. So I have not used any styling here. So if you want to style these elements, okay, if you want to style these elements, what you can do is you make use of the style attribute, okay, which we had studied in the location of styles. One thing is you can make use of the style attribute, and this is known as the inline style sheet. Okay, style attribute is equals to value, you have to put it in double quotes. I'll use the CSS property color, and the value for that property I'll use is red. Okay, and every attribute value ends with the semicolon, or CSS value ends with the semicolon, and you end with the double quote. Okay, so we'll just check this out. Control S. Okay, you can see that only the heading has become hello red here. Okay, and if you want, you can change the style of the p element also. Style is equals to font style colon, you can use italic semicolon, close the quotes. Okay, so for h1 element I have chosen the style is color, and for p element I have chosen the style is font style, and it should be in italic, not italica, italic. Okay, Control S. Okay, so here the paragraph which is there, it has appeared in italic. So when you all are styling single element, okay, I have styled here h1 and next I'm styling p. When you're styling single element, it is known as an element selector. Okay, you have known as an element selector, and here I have styled it by using the style attribute. Okay, have you styled it using the style attribute, and this type of styling is known as inline style sheets. So next what you can do is, instead of using the style attribute, you can use the style element directly. So where to use the style element is, you have to use it in a head element. Okay, and then you have to make use of the style element. Then here you have to specify h1, this is the selector, open brace, and then you can put here color red, semicolon. Okay, and then next element was p. Then what you can use here is font style, colon, italic, and then semicolon. Okay, close this, and then you close the style element. Okay, we'll remove this out. When you're using a style attribute, it is known as an inline style sheet. Okay, and when you use a style element, it is known as embedded style sheet. So I'll remove this out because I have already styled it using the style element. This style element which is there, it has to be used within a head element. So we'll close the head element here. Head element. So what happens here, h1 is the selector, color is the property, and the value is red. Here p is the selector, font style is the property, italic is the value. Okay, so you can style it like this also, control s. Okay, it will display the same because I have not changed anything. Let me change the color, red, blue. Okay, now refresh. Okay, so you can see that for h1 I have changed the color, and for p element I have just made it font style as italic. Okay, so when you are styling a single element, okay, when you're styling a single element, that's a type of selector is known as an element selector. A single HTML element you are styling. So if you want to style all the elements of that document, okay, then you can make use of asterisk character they are saying here. Okay, so next here they have given the syntax here which we have used, syntax selector, and then you have these are the CSS syntax rule, and then you have the property value here. Single property value pair is known as a declaration, and a series of declarations is known as a declaration block. So this we have previously discussed, and here this is known as the element selector. Element selector used here is em, and the properties color value is red. Okay, next you also have p. You have used your margin, font width, font family. Okay, so in this program we can also set margin. I'll give it as 0. Okay, and for this also I'll give the margin as 0. Okay, so let us see what change it will do. Okay, just remove out the margin, so margins have gone there. So in this way you can style the HTML elements, and separately you're styling the HTML elements, then that time it is known as the element selector. Okay, next type of selector is known as a grouped selector, and here what it is happening is you can group selectors together and then specify the style. For example, here you can see selecting multiple things. Here they are selecting more than one HTML elements at once. For example, they are chosen here p element, div element, and aside element, and they are separated by commas here. Okay, and they are separated by comma, and here the properties used, margin is 0, padding is 0. Okay, so previously what we had done is we had chosen the HTML elements separately. Here you can group the elements together and then specify the style. This type of selector is known as grouped selector. So in element selector you have to do it separately. Here they have shown it below. P they have styled, div they have styled, and aside they have styled separately. Okay, and here together they have styled it. So what they have given is, You can select a group of elements by separating the different element names with commas. Okay, this is a sensible way to reduce the size and complexity of your CSS files by combining multiple identical rules, where is that, into a single rule. Okay, so we will see an example for grouped selectors also. Okay, control N, doc type, HTML. Next you have HTML. Okay, then we will make use of head and then style. Okay, what you can do next is we'll choose two elements, h1 comma p. Okay, and then for both of this we will give color green, semicolon, font size, we can give font size 100%. Okay, and then you can have font style, here also I'll give italic. Okay, next. So this is how we have grouped the selectors h1 comma p. So if you want to use more number of selectors here, you have to just separate them by commas. Okay, so next what I'll do is I'll end the style element and then I'll end the head element. Okay, now we'll start with the body element. Body, first I'll use h1. I'll write here description. Okay, then close h1. Next I'll use p element, p, reviews slash p, and then slash body. Okay, and then slash HTML. So what I have done here is, this is known as a group selector here, and I have grouped two HTML elements, that is h1 and p. Control S, I will save this as 2.html. Okay, double click. So you can see that here you have description and reviews, and they are both 100% size, and they are italic, and they are green color. Okay, so it has applied to both of them. Size is too small, let it make it bigger. I'll give it as 300. Control S. Okay, so this is how you can group the HTML elements together, and then you can style them by using the group selector.